and welcome to another edition of Rocked It or Flopped It. I am making a Thanksgiving Day feast for my friends tomorrow, and I thought, well, I should probably make some gravy. So I was looking online to find a recipe. I've never really made gravy before, so I don't know how. And I found one that looks a little intimidating. The cook time is 60 minutes, prep time 20. So I don't know, but I'm gonna try it. This recipe was found on trifectanutrition.com. You're gonna need 80 fluid ounces of chicken broth or any kind of broth that you wanna use. I'm just using chicken broth. So then you need some bay leaves, and the recipe calls for 10 ounces of butter, but I'm trying to do as much as I can dairy-free. So I substitute coconut oil for butter, and then it calls for coconut cream, Tabasco sauce, but I just have hot sauce. And also it says tamari. I'm not quite sure what that is, but I researched online, and for keto folks, we can do these coconut aminos, which is kind of like a soy sauce alternative. So it's lower carb, it's better for you. And then we have pepper and xanthan gum. Xanthan gum is a thickener, so that's what's gonna help our sauce get really thick. And then kosher salt to taste. Since this has some sharp edges on the bottom, you don't want to use an immersion blender with a non-stick pan because it'll scratch it all up. So I went out and bought these stainless steel pans so that I can use my immersion blender right on the stove top. I also want to mention something about using a whisk in a pan. Same thing with the immersion blender is it can really scratch your non-stick pans. So if you're going to want to use a whisk, you're going to need to have a stainless steel pan or some non-stick pan. What we're going to do is put some of the ingredients into the pot. Basically everything except the black pepper and the xanthan gum. So let's just add everything to our pot. I'm just going to whisk this all together. Then we need to stick it on the stove and bring it to a gentle simmer. All right, now we're at the stove top, and I've been letting this simmer for 10 to 15 minutes. It looks like it's getting a little bit thicker. We're gonna put our black pepper in and stir that in, and then our xanthan gum. And here's where you can see that it gets clumpy and chunky. So we whisk really, really good, and then we're gonna use the immersion blender to just make sure that we get it all incorporated. And I think I'm going to take the bay leaves out when I use that immersion blender because I think it will chop them up. Starting to look like gravy. So this is the consistency of it right now. It's still not super thick, but I just want to give the xanthan gum a chance, and let's just give it some time and see if it'll thicken up a little bit. So I'm turning the heat down to really, really low, and I'm going to put the bay leaves back in and just let it kind of sit here and simmer for a while. Okay, so I have let this just sit and simmer for maybe 10 more minutes, and it thickened up a little bit. I added some salt to it. I would say our gravy is done, and it does taste fantastic. Yay! So that gravy was super, super easy to make. It might have taken a little bit of time, but I didn't have to babysit it at the stove very often. Hey, if you guys like this video, show me some love. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. If you make this recipe, please comment below whether it worked out or not for you. That's all for now. Bye!